let's talk about where you can find Japanese manga on your next Tokyo trip. This is going to be for my Josei fans. Obviously, they sell every other demographic available, but I make my content for my demographic and I want Josei fans to know where to go. The first place I'm going to recommend is Animate Ikebukuro. Ikebukuro is honestly the best place for any Josei fan. This area, as opposed to Akihabara, is just a lot more female friendly. So when you walk into Animate, the second floor is where there will have Shoujo, Josei, BL, and TL comics. And you can find everything from manga magazines to just anime related magazines, drama CDs, and of course, a ton of manga. When I was browsing the shelves back in November of 2024, honestly, it made me very happy to see so many of these series now have an official English translation. So we've come a long way. Obviously, we still have more work to do, but still, it was great seeing so many series that I could recognize. Also, the TL comics or the spicy manga section was amazing. Apart from that, if you have a favorite seiyuu, you can often find their photo books here, and sometimes they even have exhibits. So when I was there, they had this BL manga exhibit, which was beautiful. They had a bunch of panels and artwork, and I know this is not shoujo, this is a shonen series, but a lot of shoujo girlies love JJK. So upstairs, they had a JJK pop-up where they had all of the characters dressed up in like very fancy evening wear, and yeah, a lot of girlies were up here. We were all taking pictures of Gojo, like no shame at all. Apart from that, if you're into oshikatsu, and especially if you're into Ita bags, you can find a lot of the materials as well as bags at Animate. So this is definitely very high up on my list. I cannot recommend it enough. Now, I know I mentioned in a recent short that I wasn't the biggest fan of Akihabara, but I will make an exception for Shosen Book Tower because this place was absolutely incredible. This was the very first thing I saw when I exited the station. Like, the station is right next to it, and I was just like, oh my god, I didn't even know about this place, but I'm so glad that I actually like bumped into it. So this bookstore has a total of 9 floors, and of course they have a lot of manga. They have a full floor of just manga that is for a female demographic. We're talking shoujo, josei, BL, as well as a lot of TL comics or spicy manga, which was great. And one thing that makes this store different from like Animate is that a lot of the newer releases come with a free gift with purchase. Also, if you're a BL fan, all of this along the wall as well as all of those shelves, that's all BL manga. They had so much available, but here you can see the free gift with purchase that I was talking about. So sometimes they're like little art prints, other times it's like an acrylic decoration. It wasn't actually like a stand because there was no plastic to hold it up, but still you could probably display it on your bookshelves. Everything is organized by publisher, making things very easy, and even some of the shoujo manga did have a free gift with purchase as well, which made things even better. It was very tempting to just like pick up like random things just for the free gift with purchase. You can also find some shoujo and josei manga magazines at Shosen as well, which was really nice to look at. I love seeing the covers of these magazines. And here's more of the TL comics or the spicy manga. Also, I don't know if this display gets changed periodically, but they had shikishi boards with artworks from different mangakas that they sell in that department. This was really cool to see in person. I love seeing the brush strokes. So yes, I highly recommend Shosen. If you're coming to Akihabara, definitely just come here and maybe hit a book off, which is not too far away from here. So if you're looking for older shoujo series or you just want to save some money buying some Japanese manga, this is the place to go to. So BOOKOFF is a chain of secondhand bookstores. We also have them here in the United States, but it's so much cheaper in Japan. The books are organized by demographic, then publisher, and then it's like sorted out, I believe, in alphabetical order, making it very easy to like navigate. And yes, the manga is extremely cheap. Like this copy of Nana was only $1.72. So if you're looking for affordable shoujo, josei, BL, or light novels, everything is conveniently placed around the same area, so you won't have to walk too far or go to different floors. Everything for a female demographic is usually just bunched in, so it's it's easy to find. Also, another random thing just to like make note of, I know a lot of the times like in English speaking fandoms, they see older women and they find them cringe, especially if they like manga and like things that are seen as childish. Well, in Japan, I often found myself in these bookstores and these anime shops with women that were close to my mother's age in their 60s, maybe even older, and even men who were like browsing the shoujo manga. So it seems like they were just a lot more accepting of the fact that anyone can enjoy any piece of media, which was really comforting to me. So BOOKOFF in Akihabara was definitely a good place to browse. So now we're heading over to Shibuya to Tower Records. And I know those of us that are millennials living in the US, you probably mourn the death of Tower Records. I know I do. But here in Japan, Tower Records is not only alive, but doing really well. And if you like Tower Records, or what used to be Tower Records in the US, this is even better. So Tower Records here in Shibuya has a whole floor dedicated to anything anime, VTuber, idol franchise, seiyuu, like anything that otakus would like. There is an entire floor for that, including sections for Josei games like Utapri. Josei just means games aimed at women. Idolish 7 was also here, and they also do have a small shoujo manga section, so not as big as any of the other stores that I mentioned before, but they do have some manga, including some English manga from North American publishers. While I was there, they had a Mermaid Melody Pitchy Pitch pop-up shop, which was super cute, and it just made me so happy to see a pop-up shop for a shoujo manga and anime series. And I know this is not Josei or shoujo related, but if you happen to be a Vocaloid fan like I am, you might be surprised that there's actually quite a lot of manga series that have been inspired by Vocaloid songs. Not a lot of these manga series ever get translated into English, like the few that I can think of from the top of my head are Cantarella and the Avelius Chronicles. So yeah, you can buy the Vocaloid inspired manga at Tower Records. Also, if you're a fan of a particular voice actor or seiyuu, there's a whole section just for seiyus that have music. In my case, I'm a huge Kentito fan. I already had the albums, but it was nice to see them in store. Even if you're not coming to Tower Records specifically to buy for manga, there's just so much to see. And if you're a music fan, especially J-pop, J-rock, even K-pop too, they just have so much good stuff. Now, the next store I wasn't able to visit during my last trip to Tokyo, but if you're familiar with Kinokuniya bookstores here in the States, they also have them in Japan. This one is in Shinjuku. If you're from the UK, you will find the next store very familiar because in Japan, you can also find HMV. This is a smaller location located in Shinjuku Station. This store is smaller and designed for people commuting, but they had quite a lot, including manga, magazines, CDs, and more. So those were all my recommendations if you're looking to travel to Tokyo to buy Japanese manga specifically. If you're traveling to another city in Japan, stores like K-Books, Mandarake, BOOKOFF, and Animate are chain stores, so you will find them in several cities throughout Japan. In 2 months, I will be back in Japan for a 2-month stay, and I'm very excited about this. I am looking forward to exploring more of Japan, and I'm also planning a trip to the Kyoto Manga Museum, and I also want to visit some other like shoujo related pop-up shops and anime collab cafes. So definitely subscribe if you're brand new, and I will see you all very soon in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye!